Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the moment we've been waiting for all tournament long. This is the final of the Women's Las Vegas Open 501 Gold Ranking event here at the Las Vegas Open in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Sean Green, joined by my partner in comms for this, Nick Dichiria. Nick, we have an all-international final between the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed. Not much more we can ask for.
Yeah, exactly. This is how it was supposed to shape up to be. This is how the bookies would have shaped it up to be, and we're excited to see it. Although, again, Deta, we saw a dominant performance pretty much every time she's appeared on our main stage. O'Sullivan, having to fade last leg deciders back-to-back matches, hasn't shown us the full range of her ability that we know she's capable of. Hedman going to have to be the favorite in this one.
Yeah, the two-time major WDF champion, winning the World Masters in 1994 and 2013, Deta Hedman. Rhian O'Sullivan is the number 1 seed heading into this, and definitely no slouch overall. Has a PDC title to her name, winning PDC Women's Series number 6 in 2023.
That Women's Series is tough as ever as well, so the amount of prestige on that accomplishment is not to be understated.
Yeah, this is the overall WDF 5 seed in the world versus the WDF 6 seed in the world.
So again, how it should be shaped up to be, it seems. Yeah. No, great stuff here. As Hedman here, going to be trying to be the first one on a finish against the darts. Again, showing that she's been staying really consistent on her scoring ability, finding those 2 treble turns pretty consistently. O'Sullivan has been winning scrappy affairs.
And the numbers would show that 100%. Hedman's first 9 average is almost 90 versus a 77 from O'Sullivan. But the finishing for O'Sullivan is a 50 average versus a 35.82 from Hedman. Hedman trying to set this up beautifully and put some pressure on the 138. 100 from Hedman. Does leave 81. O'Sullivan with 138 left. It's still on. 78 remains, treble 18. Would have left 24. Tees it up in case Hedman does not get this 81 checked out.
57 for 24 on the approach for Hedman. Pretty efficient on her checkouts overall. Seems to be efficient once again. Going to need to find the double. Made the treble look easy, and does do so in 2. Good shot from Deta Hedman to get a break of throw to start things off in our final here for the WDF Gold event.
Yeah, 17 dart break of throw. First of 5 legs here in the final. This is the boost up that we've been teasing at all tournament long. Best of 9 here in this final. See the ADO president, Mr. Jim Winmeyer, standing back there watching this final.
Captain America.
I want to give a huge shout out to the tournament staff this weekend so far. Has been not only running smooth but also extremely quick with the amount of players. The boost has been phenomenal. 390 men signed up last year for this event. We have 435 this year. The women is about equal, maybe a scotch below or above depending on the event they're playing in. But this is more like it. That's a 180 from Rhian O'Sullivan.
Looking shades of colors different from how we saw her in the previous 2 bouts. A form that we've been saying she needs to find in this final. A form she's been willing to obtain, it seems.
Those are perfect.
Hedman going to try to respond in suit, and she does with a 180 of her own.
Back-to-back 180s in this final. Are you not entertained? And O'Sullivan follows the 180 like I would with a 43.
Hedman has an opportunity here. Throw was under attack, but did a good job of defending it. O'Sullivan with an onslaught. Going to try to find that trouble to leave the double. Not going to quite get there. 80 on the return. Hedman
puts a little bit of pressure on the 80. Hedman should be guaranteed as long as she stays straight. 1 dart at tops. We'll get 2 darts at double 10 instead. For a 15 darter. Oh, and does not get the doubles that time. Over to O'Sullivan.
Yeah, going to try to take the approach and waste no time. Needed to find the 19s for shot tops and will not be able to capitalize on the turn. First start did get away from her just a little bit.
Hedman has some cleanup duty to do on aisle 5. Looking for the single 1. Does get the tough part done. Double 2. She's pinned this very well. And does it again. Hedman with a 2-0 lead early in this final.
O'Sullivan's done a good job, though, of picking up her game to where we expect it to be. She's going to need to take advantage of her throw. Get that first leg on the board. Makes a difference maker. Because until you find it, you're thinking, oh, man, when am I going to get that winning double? When am I going to get that winning double? Just get the winning double, and then all the other ones come easier.
Both of these ladies shooting lights out right now. Averaging in the 80s in this final. And it's because of a lot of first start trebles. That's the worst type of 70. When you get the first start in the treble 20 and then you go 5-5. If you go 5-5 and then treble 20, it's a great 70.
Yeah, that is true. But statistically speaking, better than a 60. Good last there. Was able to stack right over it and does not quite get in there, but it was a well-thrown dart nonetheless. Valorant effort.
I can't believe there's any space there. Rhian does the same thing, but does find the treble. And let's give a big shout out to Russ Lysak, chalking this final on the ADO board.
Team Lysak's pretty well known for their contributions to the darting world. Talent and tournament-wise.
And when it comes to charity work, with their work in Africa.
Deta with an opportunity to try to close this gap down a little bit. It's going to be a big ask, but you can try to punish the 168. At least get yourself in range for an attack. She doesn't want to drop a leg if possible. It's going to be a tall task going up against O'Sullivan, but you just have to keep the heat on and turn it up, and turn it up.
And for those of you tuning in with us, the men are in the top 32 for the most part. Still plenty of Las Vegas Open on the men's side left to be played.
Although Larry Butler just got defeated in his run to Robbie Phillips in a 4-1 loss.
Well, then never mind. I'm not watching anymore. Does not need to go at the bullseye. Does that anyway, but happy little accident to leave 32 instead. It's as if she just set it up anyway.
Hedman not really in this leg, but with that 2-0 jump and having the throw in the next, no alarm bells at all. She's just going to keep doing what she does, which is stay sturdy on the board.
And a nice steady ton. But O'Sullivan to get the first leg for herself in this final. Does find it on dart 3. And is now 2-1. But you said it earlier. Hedman knows if she holds her throw, she wins this match.
Hedman holds head up high.
The Caribbean Queen would say that was dreadful.
Probably. We haven't met yet.
And she's super sweet.
No, she's one of the nicest. A little bit of a slow open there. Just 41 on the turn. Going to get responded in suit, though. We're not playing a game of the classic family-known 460.
We've actually seen this a couple times on stream today, weirdly enough, where 41 followed 41. let's give you their tail of the tape, the rundown to get to this point for both competitors. We're going to start in the top 128. Rhian O'Sullivan defeated Tiffany Tam 3-0 to get started in this run. And for our number 1 seed, I'm going to apologize ahead of time, as finding her name has been more difficult than I thought. For number 2 seed, Deta Hedman defeated Brenda Moreau in the top 128 3-0. Now I'll be fine. I'm picking these out. In the top 64, Hedman defeated Rhonda Maidment 3-0. O'Sullivan defeated Donna Bessario 3-0. Top 32 is where it started to get a little interesting for Hedman. Defeated Liz Tynan 4-0 in that one and made that look easy on stream. O'Sullivan defeated Colleen Roberts 4-0. Top 16, O'Sullivan defeated Wenda Carter, and Hedman defeated Roxanne Van Tassel. Quarters saw O'Sullivan escape in a last leg decider against Asia Jalbert 4-3, and Hedman defeated Eve Watson, our cricket champ from last night, 4-1. And in the semis, Hedman got revenge on Wendy Ryan Statler, defeating her 4-2, and O'Sullivan escapes another last leg decider, defeating Jessica Melton 4-3.
Hedman's been pulling her darts left and right here the last 6, and we see O'Sullivan find a 140 to punish, trying to find another ton-plus round. Does pull a little bit there, but has done a good job of taking control of this throw, as Hedman has had the foot off the gas pedal here.
Yeah, and we mentioned it before the start of this leg. She's got to hold her throw, and she wins the match. Well, ruh-roh, Raggy.
You're going to be in a little bit of trouble. More trouble than she would like to find herself in.
Good
Does
last.
find the treble to help with the trouble, but 109 for O'Sullivan.
Could not do it after dart number 1. And see the massive eye roll.
I wasn't happy with the attempt, as it's let Deta get exactly back into this.
Let's start on the 20s.
Oh, she's
14
absolutely-
segment.
Yeah, she has to.
It'll be at the bullseye. That would have been massive for the 3-1 lead. Instead, O'Sullivan's going to get a look at the 71, but did not do herself any favors with the setup play.
But she's still going to get a dart and hugs the wire, doesn't collect. Hedman now for a potential 3-1 jump in this race to 5 format.
To get over the halfway point. Should get 2 clear darts of the double. Pick 32 as the segment. And pins it. And dart 1. And a 3-1 lead. Hold a throw for Deta Hedman, who was Houdini-like in that leg to escape the potential break of throw.
Yeah, and instead, now O'Sullivan on the outside looking in once again has been playing from behind these matches. We saw a 3-1 deficit in her matchup against Jessica Melton. So a familiar position. If you're good at winning affairs where you're behind, while never ideal, you're still going to be happy about it, and something that she's not going to be afraid of trying to do here. Still going to be her toughest test yet, though.
I love this side profile. It looks Rhian just steady, just takes the dart right back to the eye line and just fires it forward. A lot more movement in Hedman's throw, but where she has her advantage is her follow through to the target is just textbook perfect every time.
Yeah, there's no real notes. There's a reason these two women are at 5th and 6th in the WDF rankings, some of the all-time greats in the women's darts scene, as they just consistently find themselves in good form, and that's good on them for having said form.
Hedman needs a couple of trebles. Not going to do that now to be the first to add a finish. So O'Sullivan a chance to drag herself right back into this.
Yeah, by no means out of the match. 2-leg separation between Hedman in the title and O'Sullivan to Hedman.
Which, with the John Part theory of darts, O'Sullivan not panic mode yet, but is right at that cusp.
And if not for the John Part rule, then for the fact that it's the match point rule, too.
Touche. Well, Rhian still has 6 darts from 114. Might not need him tops. Does not need him. Big 114 checkout and a 15 dart performance for O'Sullivan. Did you see the replay here?
O'Sullivan has been strugglesome when having multiple darts at a double, but has been critical on these ton-plus checks.
It's been beautiful to see. But Hedman right back into the treble 20 to start off leg number 6. Again, race to 5 here in the final of this Las Vegas Open Women's WDF 501 Singles Gold Ranking event. Automatic spot at Lakeside given to our winner here in this final. Although I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think either of these ladies were in much jeopardy of missing the qualifications for Lakeside.
No, but if you get out of the way sooner, it's even better. No one wants to mess around until it comes down to the wire. Gita is poised as ever on this stage. I do like the one main difference in their body language, where Hedman always has their head up, for lack of a better term. And O'Sullivan is I'm looking at my barrels, I'm looking at the floor, not in despair, but just trying to lock in on themselves. There's no other match happening. It's just them and that dartboard, and occasionally a chalker saying a number.
And I think that's the right way to go about it for both players. Hedman more methodical in the approach, whereas Rhian would rather just get up there and do her own thing.
Alex Spellman defeated by the local Brandon Perez in the top 32 on the men's side of this affair.
Another one of those big upsets that have been happening more and more often. Jensen Walker, Jeff Springer, 2-2 score line in the top 32. David Cameron, Aaron Turner currently going out there in the top 16.
Sullivan left herself a bogey, but it's not going to be to her detriment, it seems.
Not a good cover shot there for Hedman. But O'Sullivan in the driver's seat to break the throw and put it at dead even once again. You can hear all the announcements going on in the background potentially, which means it's the start of the men's doubles cricket, or the open doubles cricket, excuse me.
Is women's doubles that will be taking place as well. 100 to leave 92 here. Sullivan has a good opportunity to break here.
Double 12. And another ton-plus checkout. 2 in a row for O'Sullivan. And it is now a tie ball game, 3 apiece. And Rhian is back on throw and favorite once again in this final.
Yeah, back as a front runner. Hedman going to be a little disappointed. You can kind of see, tapping the table a little anxiously there. O'Sullivan, crucial on those ton pluses, and that's what matters most.
Yeah, back-to-back ton-plus checkouts for O'Sullivan. Masterful. And that's how you balance out the scoring that Hedman has been ahead in this match.
Leave the puns to me, sir.
I didn't mean to do it as a pun. No pun intended. And be careful, only one of us is a dad.
That is true.
I don't know why I said be careful.
It felt very ominous.
I realized after the fact I might have gone overboard there on on the warning system.
No. Will Stewart going to be joining Sean Green on the comms for the rest of the call for here. I'm running for my life.
And that's exactly what I want you to think happened to him.
A little bit of a recession here for both of these players. 306 after 9 for O'Sullivan.
$500 difference in prize money here in this final. 95 will do.
Oh, unfortunate.
And that rejected. It hit the back of the flight, and the what looked like the extra weight added to the flight there stopped it from being a Robin Hood, but ended up being almost exactly that. Not going to cost anything.
Hedman's just been really starting to struggle here. Really last leg and a half. Let's see, your points have dropped by about 5 points since that point.
O'Sullivan leaves 131. Bit of an awkward finish.
But a finish nonetheless. Deta's going to have to leave herself something here. Can't risk going down when it matters most, getting to match point.
Scores 96 to leave 160. 150. Excuse me.
That's why you teach English, Sean.
Great setup play from O'Sullivan to leave 90. Wouldn't expect anything else out of her with how she's been playing so far when it comes to the finishing.
Yeah, but it's not over 100, which is normally where her wheelhouse seems to be. We'll see how she does with 3 clear. Again, a struggle that was reminiscent in her previous matchups on the stream.
And this is for the first lead in this final at the right time and pins it. 4-3 scoreline. It's a race to 5, so that's not over yet.
She wasn't quite sure there. You saw the hesitation.
That being said, I do like the way that she made sure instead of got excited first and then the adrenaline dump happens, right?
And she does a little slight apology to Deta. But if anything, even if there's no adrenaline dump on the side of O'Sullivan, Hedman is going to be taking that as a, oh, you think you're done. I'll show you you're not.
Yeah, a reminder for those of you tuning in with us, this is the final of the Las Vegas Open Women's Gold Ranking WDF 501 Singles event. Spot at Lakeside up for grabs. The number 5 ranked player in the world, Rhian O'Sullivan, up 4-3 on the 6th ranked player in the world, Deta Hedman. And it is an honor to be bringing you the coverage of this match. Sean Green joined by Nick Dichiria with Will Stewart, USA Darts Productions here at the Las Vegas Open.
And imagine having these women at the top of the game coming over here and schooling us over in North America, giving us quite the show on the main board. It's always a pleasure to be seeing darts like this.
That being said, both of these competitors are going to have to change their mindset completely for Mickey Mouse darts and women's doubles cricket after this.
That's fair, but right now they're thinking, man, that gold event title sounds pretty tantalizing. After that, they might just play a round or two and then go to the slots. That's what I would do.
I'm going to guarantee you these players are over here for 2 reasons. It's Las Vegas. Enough said. And they want to win this title.
Absolutely they do. Still no finish for Deta, but no punish from O'Sullivan.
Yeah, Hedman, 6 darts clear at 171. We'll feel pretty good about being able to get that accomplished. Does get rid of the 1 on dart 1. Smart play.
Yeah, a little preemptive. I think I would have preferred a treble first, but hey, you got to get rid of the 1 at some point. Jokes aside,
switch.
though, sitting at 90.
Did not switch, but got away with it. If she would have hit a single there, it would have left 166. Instead, the 126 left over, but Hedman looking at the 20s.
Going to be playing for the guaranteed dart.
It's going to be double 5 to go to a last leg decider.
Doesn't pin it, and now the 1-2-6 for O'Sullivan.
Who's already had 2 ton-plus checkouts in this match. Not going to get a shot.
Hedman feels like she has to nail this. She'd be right in thinking so.
And attacks it beautifully. Let's go to a last leg decider for all the marbles.
How many marbles is it?
We're going the distance.
Yeah, we are.
And we're going for speed.
Should be a good one here for these ladies. Lot on the line. $1,000 for first place, WDF gold title, and a ticket to Lakeside. Secondary prize of $500. USD, that is.
Shaky start. Troubleless visits for both. Still troubleless.
Knowing that anyone can win it, just one good turn can be the difference maker. You're thinking, please just let that one be me. These are some errant darts here from Hedman.
Both players real shaky on the start of this last leg decider. We had 147 ladies start off this tournament. We're down to our final 2 and 1 leg to just determine our champion.
Still, the struggles continue for both of these competitors as they stumble to the finish line thus far. Big deep breath there. Deta trying to get maximum composure on this visit. Right on the wire. Top side it is, though. Awkward dart is moving over. Doesn't collect. Would have preferred a cover shot there. And the frustrations are really starting to show for the Caribbean Queen.
Nice treble find on dart 3 for O'Sullivan. Very much in the driver's seat. It takes a max for Hedman to leave a finish.
Hedman, who was dominant in their streamed performances, and O'Sullivan, who struggled in theirs, is looking inverted in this final leg where it matters most. Everything else before was just a little extra writing in the storybook. This is the final page.
That being said, I would argue that O'Sullivan definitely was in the best position heading into this last leg decider. She's already won 2 of them.
That is
today,
true.
Whereas this is Hedman's first last leg decider of today. And it is kind of a situation that is better off battle tested before you get to it.
This was despite a 3-1 deficit.
Now, of course, she's been there, done that before many times. It's just in this exact moment. 120 left for O'Sullivan to Shanghai this match and the title. Tops.
With her ton-plus finishing, you thought it was going to go. She will return for another opportunity. Hedman needs to hope for another favor here and do herself one and leave a checkout. A good one at that.
Yeah, 1 tournament dart gone. 3 more incoming for Rhian O'Sullivan, the number 1 seed.
Doesn't get it yet. All of a sudden, Hedman with the outside opportunity. That was the second favor you asked for. Well, there it was delivered. Now you have to deliver on the 116.
What is the route? It's a pretty good stacker dart. 96 remains. Oh, kissed off and into the 5. 81 remains, so treble 19 does leave the double 12. Rhian O'Sullivan, 4 match darts missed.
Now 5.
Oh,
won't get it here.
She has missed 6 tournament darts. Hedman for the title.
The Caribbean Queen to hold the crown. gets it done dead center, and she sneaks away in a last leg decider in a tough matchup between the competitors. You can see Rhian giving a clap of the hands, and Hedman is your WDF Women's Singles Gold Event winner in Las Vegas here.
Great performance all day long from Hedman, and a worthy champion. The Caribbean Queen gets the job done, and she has now added another WDF title to her name, this time the Las Vegas Open.